In this video, we're going to be discussing the topic 10 signs that you're an INTJ personality. INTJ is an acronym for introverted, intuition, thinking, and judging, and it is a personality type. It is one of the 16 personality types recognized by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI. People with INTJ personalities are highly analytical, creative, and logical, and are sometimes referred to as architects or strategists. These intelligent strategists enjoy perfecting everything in their life to the smallest detail, combining creativity and logic in everything they do. Their inner life is frequently private and complicated. If you know Sheldon Cooper in the Big Bang Theory TV show, then you should understand the INTJ personality. Around 1 to 4% of the population has an INTJ personality type, according to psychologist David Keirsey, who developed the Keirsey Temperament Sorter, a test for personality types. Do you want to know if you have this personality? Then stick around till the end of the video as we explore all the traits that people with this personality show. But before we dive into it, remember that we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and all we ask in return is you click the like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. All set? Okay, let's go. Number 1. People with an INTJ personality always have a pioneering spirit. To an architect, nothing is off limits. In many cases, most people are content to accept the status quo and follow the advice of others. But for the most part, architects prefer to conduct their own research. They aren't scared to break the rules or risk being criticized in their pursuit of better ways to do things. In fact, they enjoy it. Anyone with this personality type would tell you that a new idea is only worth something if it actually works. Architects aren't merely interested in being creative. They approach their task with a laser-like focus, bringing all of their wisdom, reason, and determination to bear. Anyone who tries to slow them down by implementing meaningless regulations or delivering poorly thought-out criticism will be left along the way. This type of individual has a strong desire to stand on their own 2 feet. There is a good chance that architects prefer to work on their own rather than wait for others to catch up. They also like to make their own decisions rather than relying on the advice of others. In certain cases, this lone wolf behavior can appear callous, since it does not take into account other people's ideas and wants, as well as their plans for the future. However, it would be a mistake to think of architects as cold-hearted. It's true that these people are known for their stoic intellect, but architects are deeply affected when things go horribly wrong or harm others, and they devote a significant amount of time and effort to figuring out why. Even though they don't always use their emotions as a factor in their decision-making, they are still human. Number 2. People with an INTJ personality always have an undying thirst for knowledge. Architects can be both the most optimistic and pessimistic people you'll ever meet. They have a strong sense of self-belief and the conviction that they can accomplish anything they set their minds to. But these personalities may be cynical about human nature more generally, assuming that most people are lazy, unimaginative, or simply doomed to mediocrity. Much of their self-esteem comes from the fact that they are knowledgeable and have a high level of mental capacity. It's possible they were labeled as bookworms or nerds in school. Many architects, however, consider these labels as compliments. No matter if it's coding, capoeira, or classical music, they're always confident in their own capacity to learn and master any subject. Architects have a reputation for being stern and unyielding in the pursuit of their goals. But they aren't drab or stodgy in any way. Many architects are well known for their irreverent sense of humor, which frequently hides a sharp, wonderfully sarcastic edge beneath their serious exteriors. Number 3. People with an INTJ personality always experience social frustrations. Architects aren't known for their friendliness. They value logic and success over politeness and pleasantries. In other words, they choose to be correct over popular. This could help to explain why so many fictional villains have this personality trait. Not saying that all architects are villains. Many common social practices, from small talk to white falsehoods, may seem unnecessary or even dumb to architects because they value truth and depth. As a result, when they're only trying to be honest, they may come across as impolite or even offensive. Architects, like any personality type, need social engagement, but they prefer to be surrounded by individuals who share their beliefs and priorities. They can often achieve this just by being themselves. Architects' natural confidence can attract people to them, professionally, socially, and even romantically, when they pursue their passions. Number 4. People with an INTJ personality are full of contradictions. Architects are riddled with contradictions. They're imaginative but decisive, ambitious but reserved, and curious but focused. These inconsistencies may appear perplexing from the outside, but if you understand the inner workings of the architect mind, they make perfect sense. Life is a gigantic game of chess for these individuals. Architects consider the merits and drawbacks of each move before making it, relying on strategy rather than luck. And they never lose hope that, with enough innovation and insight, they can find a way to prevail, no matter what obstacles they face. Number 5. They are unromantic. It's quite self-explanatory. You can't be a romantic if you reject emotion. When architects get to know someone, they frequently feel overwhelmed when the potential partner craves warmth. Their impotence is hidden beneath the wall of sharp cynicism. This ends the relationship before it ever gets started. INTJs would never admit to suffering from commitment anxiety. In truth, the term fear isn't quite true in this situation. Rather than fear, it is a refusal to cope with something difficult to comprehend rationally. They might feel a certain way towards someone, but they never know how to express how they feel, and they might even start avoiding that person. For architects, rationality reigns supreme, and it's the only thing that matters. People with this personality type tend to overlook the importance of emotional context. Architects have a hard time with people who place more importance on their emotions than facts. So they have a tendency to ignore their emotions, which is a form of bias that might affect their decision-making. As parents, even though they are careful and attentive, most INTJ parents lack a strong emotional connection with their children. These parents set high standards for their children and provide encouragement and support by teaching them to use logic when faced with decisions. Those that have this kind of personality urge their children to be self-directed critical thinkers who are capable of resolving their own difficulties. Number 6. Most individuals with the INTJ personality are arrogant. Although architects have a lot of knowledge, they aren't always right. Because of their self-assurance, they may not see the value in other people's ideas, especially those they consider to be intellectually inferior. People with these traits may come across as unnecessarily harsh or obstinate in their pursuit of proving others incorrect. They might even be both. They want their surroundings to feel regulated and orderly so that they may make decisions without consulting others. They can be narrow-minded in their views and overlook anyone they consider to be intellectually inferior. They will not blindly obey the beliefs or rules of others until they understand why. They can be irritable with others who don't catch on as soon as they would want, and they have a superiority complex. Number 7. They are born careerists. Architects are wired to always pursue a professional career. They aren't content with taking any job merely to make ends meet. Instead, they want to be in a position where they can use their knowledge and talents to their fullest potential. They believe that careers that do not fulfill this aim are a waste of time. It is difficult for this personality type to do simple auxiliary jobs, especially when it comes to gaining the respect of superiors. Having a low tolerance for irritation can be a problem. They always seek to gain autonomy. Because INTJs swiftly gain expertise and competence, They always rise quickly through the ranks of a company's hierarchy. Number 8. They have great difficulties following rules. It is quite difficult for an INTJ to follow rules that they don't think are reasonable. Acceptance of authority figures is a similar matter in this respect. INTJs can become bogged down in long debates about why some rules have no value, and they'll never agree with something they don't think is logical. They make their own decisions about their lives. Those who overconform, in their opinion, are bound to mediocrity. Architects always strive for more. They put their faith in themselves. They do not require external encouragement. Conformity is, more or less, synonymous with mediocrity for these people. Architects are always self-motivated and want to do things their own way. Few things can be more aggravating to them than allowing unnecessary rules or conventions to get in the way of their achievement. Number 9. They always want to be independent. Expect an INTJ to require some more space. They have some social skills, but they tire rapidly and can become irritated or angry if you waste their time or continually mention nonsensical things. They also accomplish their best work on their own, as the introverted and analytical aspect of this personality type fits itself to independence. An INTJ's tendency to be lonely and self-sufficient can make it difficult to form friendships. People with this personality type are often too concerned about the future, and as a result, they may be reluctant to meet new people for fear that a friendship will not last. Before we talk about the last one, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Number 10. People with an INTJ personality are always versatile. Because architects aren't frightened of anything, they may be successful in a wide variety of sectors. This is true in both personal and professional contexts. They are instinctively curious, and they're always looking for new things to learn. Architects always choose a reasonable and fact-based approach when considering new concepts. Architects also have a propensity for unconventional or counterintuitive ideas because of their inherent skepticism. In the event that the facts show them to be wrong, they are more than happy to change their minds. Now, how can you thrive as an INTJ? The INTJ needs to learn to accept and celebrate the fact that they are different from everyone else. And that's okay. You'll never be like the majority of people. Make the best of it and get used to it. In addition, these individuals also need to cultivate a willingness to be vulnerable. Also, it's critical that these individuals know what they value most in life and how to eliminate the noise. If you want your daily concerns, such as money, housing, and transportation, to benefit you and the people you care about, rather than just be a burden, you should develop an overarching business-like attitude. A consistent practice of relaxation, perspective, and emotional and intuitive awareness are all important for the INTJ personality type because they have a difficult time unwinding. INTJs are best compatible with ENTJs and ENFPs since they can both balance their introversion and share their perceptive qualities. Types such as INTP and ENTP also get along with INTJs just well. However, INTJs may not see the same relationship success with sensing judging types like ISFJ, ESFJ, or ESTJ. Are you an INTJ? Let us know down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the notifications of our videos. Check out the video on the screen, and we will see you next time.